welcome to this behind the scenes video where I intend to show you the step-by-step process of how I made my short film Summer. So basically how I got the idea was that we're in summer, so I wanted to make a short film like depicting what summer is like shots of sunglasses, sunbathing, margaritas, stuff like that. But I figured that would be too short of a short film to film it, and there wasn't going to be any plot. So I decided to expand on it, and the idea as of now is to have a character that would be me, be bored out of her mind because her friends are all in university and she hasn't started yet, so she doesn't have anyone to interact with or talk to or text, etc. So she decides to put on some sunglasses and imagine as if she were someplace else, a beach, something like that. And then a vibration wakes her up. It would be her phone getting a notification. She looks for the notification hoping it would be one of her friends, but no, it's just a notification reminding her to play a game. And that's how it ends. This process is going to be different to what I've done with my other short films, in the sense that with my other short films usually I get excited about how the final result might look like or specific scenes, stuff like that. So I just go ahead and storyboard them. But in this case, I've been taking a video course from AUB, and I decided to apply that knowledge to what I'm doing right now. These are the notes I've been taking for the course, and I basically just typed all of this in a Google Doc and filled in the answers. And that is how that looks like. So I basically just filled in the answers, and out of all this I made a checklist, which is the same checklist you saw here. And I decided that the first thing that I need to do is make a script. So I did that right here. It is very short, so I'll just be polishing it during the next couple of days. I'm looking for opinions, stuff like that. And then I'm going to pay close attention to the next items on the list and see what's the next step. Hi, so it's the next day, and what I've been doing is reading articles on how to get feedback on your scripts, how to make them better and stuff like that. And something that came up a lot was to read your scripts to yourself, or have your computer read them to you and stuff, and pay attention to how it sounds. Look for grammatical issues, spelling issues, continuity issues, stuff like that. And basically just try to put everything in your script with the least amount of words possible. So that's what I've been doing. I've been reading my script to myself, taking out some unnecessary phrases, words, using Grammarly to, detect some English issues, stuff like that. That is, I find people that have some kind of experience writing scripts to read my script and give me feedback. I'm done with the script. This is the best I could get it. And I just linked this document to this title, so I have everything in a more organized manner. But I also wanted to keep my initial first draft, so that's why I linked it. Now I'm going to check off script notes and breakdown, and we're going to look at budgeting. Essentially, everything that I need I already have. I already have my sunglasses, I already have the headphones, I already have the rocking chair. I will have to look for a calendar, but it's gonna be someplace. Well, I don't have the margarita prepped. I do have the ingredients. I have tequila, I have the mix, I have ice, I have the glasses. I'm going to use the same camera which I'm recording this behind the scenes with. I have a tripod, I have everything. I just need to put it together to make it look like the film. So what I'm going to do instead of set up prices and stuff is that I'm going to make a section here after the script that says budgeting. I'm going to change the font, and I'm going to type in, going to put it in bold, and now I'm just going to type in everything that I've just said. So yeah, so this is the list. I typed in notification screenshot because I'm not going to wait around for the notification to decide to appear. So what I'm going to do is take a screenshot of a game reminding me to play it, and put that screenshot on when I'm recording. That way it'll look natural and like it's happening at the time. Since I'm technically done with the budgeting, I'll check that off. And the next step is screwing up. I do intend to film this all by myself, so I'm just going to type my name in. The next step is casting, and again I'm doing this all by myself, so I'm just going to put my name in. The next step is location hunting, which I already did technically. I'm going to film this in my bedroom, which is the setting you're looking at right now, and I'm going to be filming in my garden. For the mood board, I'm going to be using Pinterest. Since I am switching tabs, I just want you to see how the pre-production to-do list is going, and you can see that next is mood board. And what I'm going to do is just type in mood board here and link two mood boards. One is going to be for the bedroom scene and another one is going to be for the outside garden scene. So I'm in Pinterest and what I did was type board aesthetic because that's the mood I want to set in the bedroom scene. And I'm just going to check out pictures like this, for example. I'm going to save it to a new board. I'm going to name it mood board bedroom scene. And I'm going to click create. And yeah, I'm just going to do that same thing for all of the other images I find that I feel match my mood board for the room scene. And I'm going to come back to show you what I've got. What I'm doing here to make the search faster is I went to my profile pic here. Then I went to the board that I created. And I'm going to click on find some idea for this board and the plus here. And I'm just going to scroll through this. By the way, I saw the movie. Great movie. Highly recommended. Okay, so I think I finished with the bedroom scene mood board. I ended up just also looking up Sunday morning aesthetic, lazy mood, stuff like that. And just I realized that most, if not all, of the pins I was saving had girls in them. Most of the search results had no boys. But anyways, so this bedroom scene, this is how I want it. I want it to be on my bed. I want to be kind of lazy, bored. I'll probably use darker colors such as these because it's the character is bored and not in the sense that I want to do stuff. She's bored in the sense of I don't want to do anything. Now I'm going to work on the garden scene mood board. Same thing. I'll just show you the mood board when it's done. I'll also link this bedroom scene mood board here. Nice. Let's check out the mood boards. So I believe you've already seen the bedroom mood board, but I'm going to show it to you again anyway. The typical lazy mood on a, Sunday morning stuff. Just laying in bed, doing nothing, maybe reading. On the script it says looking at the ceiling, but you know what I mean. And the garden mood board. Here I went ahead and also picked out different pins for outfit ideas and stuff. But essentially it's just going to be me sitting in one of these garden chairs with a margarita. And this is what I plan to wear, kind of. Next up on the list is a shot list, which I have to dig into a bit more. So I understand the difference between a shot list and a storyboard because the storyboard is going to take a couple of days. So I'm going to get to it. After a brief look at my notes, I remember that a shot list is a list of shots you want to take during the shoot. So I'm going to make a table with columns like shot number, position, stuff like that. And I'm going to show you how it's going to look like. I didn't know what I wanted to include in my shot list, so I just decided to look some up on Google. And this is the simplest one I found. So I'm going to make a table with columns for shot number, shot type, estimated duration, and the description of what's happening. This is what my table looks like. I'm going to fill it out and explain it when I'm done. So this is how my shot list looks like. I might make a second column detailing the camera placement in the scene. But essentially, this is it. I just shortlisted the first shot, which is going to be like a wide shot, and it is going to be like me just laying on my bed. And the reason why there are two shot number ones, one in red and one in black, is because this one is the shot that I want to get. This one is the shot that's more realistic to happen because I don't think my tripod is that tall and to capture me the way I want it, or if it's safe for the camera to be that high on a tripod with no supervision, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to continue making this shot list and I'm going to show you the final result. I ended up with a total of 18 shots. Admittedly, I've got to learn more about shot types because as I was filling this column in, I didn't know what I was doing. And then I just decided to choose from 3 different types of shots: the close-up, the medium, and the long shot or establishing shots. Here I kind of described like what to do with the camera and kind of what was happening in the scene. In the location, I decided to label it whether it was happening in the bedroom, BR, or in my garden, G. And I also color-coded it to make it easier for me to identify which was which. Finally, I classified it on order. So shots with order A are going to be recorded at the same time, shots with order B as well, and so on, so on, so on. Now it is time for the storyboard. So what I'm going to do is draw a 0.5 centimeter frame around the page. I'm going to show you the page right now. And within that area, draw 8 centimeters times 4.5 centimeters blocks to sketch my drawings in them. I'll do this off camera, but just to show you, I'm just going to like place the ruler here, measure 0.5 centimeters, and make the frame all around the page. This is the frame I was talking about. And now from those lines, I'm going to draw the 8 by 4.5 centimeter blocks. It looks like this. Just ignore the squares in the middle. I'm going to be using the rectangles on the sides. This is what the first page of the storyboard looks like, and this is the second and last page of the storyboard, or the back of the page. Up next would be set builds, and if I remember correctly from the lessons I've been taking, there are the sets, there are the structures that are put in place to avoid having the outside world in the camera frame, but I don't think I'm going to use a set build, so I'm just going to skip that step and click check on that. And with that, we're done with pre-production. So now that we're done with pre-production, let's flip to the next page. So this is information on the roles in pre-production. And this is moving on to production. I won't go into too much detail with these because I'm technically doing all of those at once. Though in another video I can explain my understanding of each of those roles, but for now let's move on to production. And I'm going to copy this checklist onto the Google Docs. So after I was copying down the checklist, I realized this isn't so much as a checklist rather than what to look out for in production. Though what I will focus on is the time management, like set up a schedule, like when do I record, when do I edit, stuff like that. So yeah, let's move on to the doc. So the way I'm doing it is making a table with 2 columns, one with the date and one with the letter of the clip that I plan to record on that day. So I'm going to fill it out. I'm thinking of dividing the production/filming days into 2. One, I will film the bedroom scene, and on the second day, I will film the garden scene. Thinking about it, I also have to decide which outfit I'm going to put on for the bedroom scene and the garden scene. So the way I'm gonna do it is, like I said, divide the shots in locations, not in groups. The groups will serve me as a way to check them off. So like, for example, if on day 1 I did the bedroom scene, to check off which groups of the bedroom scene I did, which I'm planning to do all of bedroom part 1 in day 1, and maybe part 2 if my energy levels are right and stuff like that. Then if for whatever reason I wasn't able to do bedroom part 2 as well in day 1, I will record it in the second day. But if I can make these a single day, then that will work out. And on the third and final day, on the final day, I will record the garden scene. Now let's move on to the wardrobe. What I'm thinking for the bedroom scene is some lazy clothes, like even PJs, for example. So maybe just like oversized like tees, joggers, stuff like that. And for the garden scene, because I wanted to feel like I'm at the beach or something, maybe a top with some pants or shorts, stuff like that. For the garden scene, these are the options. Originally, I was thinking this with this. These are some pants that tie here. But the black was a little depressing for a summer, relaxing, happy scene. So I thought maybe I should use this top. But then I also found these pants that I think are real cute with this top. However, I think it would be a good combination for something like a late night party, for example. And my scene wouldn't be a late night party. It would actually be like something in the morning or in the afternoon, some relaxing vibes and not something like as heavy or high energy as a party. Finally, I found this, which I haven't worn too much. I would wear this with that inside. And I think that this would give the scene the perfect vibe. And a little side note here. This combination of outfit gives me like Italy, Greece, summer vacation vibes and stuff. And this gives me more like countryside vacation vibes. And because Greece and Italy are like famous beach tourist destinations, and I'm not recording in a beach, I'm recording in my garden where there are a lot of green stuff and no sand, I think I might be recording in this outfit instead. Now the lazy day outfit. So in the video course I mentioned earlier, we were getting feedback on our small projects. We did an advert. I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning of the video before, but yeah. And one of the many suggestions, recommendations we got was not to include brands in our videos because they can be distracting. So as I'm selecting my clothes for the bedroom scene, I'm making sure there are no brands or cartoons or anything on the clothes I'm gonna wear. For example, there are no brands or words on this, so it might be perfectly ideal for the film. As for what I'm wearing on the upper half of my body, maybe this black t-shirt is the best option. I didn't think I'd be having trouble selecting a lazy outfit because most of the time I just slap on a t-shirt and some pants. But with the no graphic things on the clothes in mind, it is a bit difficult. Even if I didn't find any more combinations for the lazy part of the film, I think this outfit is perfect for the scene because it's about a girl who is lonely, feeling bored because all her friends are off to college and she's still waiting for her starting university date. So now I'm ready to check these off. And I added these two other items that I believe should have been created in pre-production. But anyways, here we are. For the create notification part, I'm just going to hop on Photoshop and create a fake lock screen image to open when I unlock my phone, because I'm not going to be waiting around for a notification like that to appear. So yeah. As for the song, it's going to be a copyright-free, royalty-free song, because I don't want my video to be taken down or copyright striked, and I want to be able to submit my short film to festivals and stuff. So yeah. Hi, so it's the next day now and I've prepared a couple of props for the film. I did this lock screen thing for when the camera focuses on the no notifications parts. And I also made another one with the notification of a game that reminds the girl to play a game. I think they look pretty realistic. The only thing that's missing, I'd say, is like the top bar things, like how much battery has left and stuff like that. But at a simple site, I don't think it's going to be trouble. Because I couldn't find any calendar that I could use in my short film, I was going to try and look for like journals that had calendars for them, but I couldn't find none. So I decided to print one. And I already have like what I wanted to say on the calendar. I just have to circle it in red. And so I don't waste resources such as the paper and ink that I use on this calendar. I'm going to continue using this calendar for like the rest of the year. I also haven't made my bed since I woke up in the morning to make it more realistic that I've been lazing around all day in the film and to not have to redo the messiness of the room again. Other than that, I'm ready to film. I just have to change and then I'll roll the camera. Hey, so second part of filming today. I've got my storyboard here. We're all set up. And with me is my dog. So I just want to say that the scene that really concerns me is the Sunglass Shot, because it took me a while to properly angle the tripod into my face when I was filming my bedroom, but hopefully since I'm filming vertically now, it isn't that much of a hassle. Since it is positioned almost perfectly, I don't want to mess it up, but I always forget to use my ND filter when doing stuff outside. So I'm just going to screw it on, if it lets me. There we go. And it's on the minimum. This is me post filming and the camera's dying, but I just want to say that we did it. Okay, so now I'm editing, and what they taught us in the filmmaking course was that when editing, you first place all the clips in line and you cut them. And this is what I'm doing right now. I just placed this clip and cut it to the portion that I want. And that's what I'm going to keep doing with the rest of my clips. After that, you edit in the sound, the visual effects, stuff like that. I'm done with the rough cut. It's about 3 minutes. And now I'm going to see what's next on my notes. So I think I forgot to write down the editing process that we were taught, but I do remember some of it. And from what I remember, sound is done last, so I'm just going to finish up the visual part. And for now, that means color grading, and for me, that means learning how to color grade and what color grade I want on my film.